can I request that people who are outside of the marquee, please make their way into the marquee so that we can get our program going. The minister does have a pressure of time, and that we settle down, please. Thank you very much, everyone. We are coming towards the end of our program today, where we are engaging in the main with the community, a key stakeholder in this project that we are launching today, the people who are going to be living their daily lives here, experiencing the product that the Department of Human Settlements is bringing to you. The people that on a day-to-day basis, month on month, have the responsibility of ensuring that through your rent, this product is kept in the pristine condition that we are launching it at. At this point, I will invite all of us to stand as we sing the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you. One of the key stakeholders in this project is the city of Tshwane, where the entity housing company Tshwane has been in the forefront. To welcome you all to this segment of our occasion this morning is Councillor Matsebatila, who is the MMC for Human Settlements in the city of Tshwane. Councillor.
Dumelang Bagolo. Program Director, thank you very much. Honorable Minister Mamuluku Kubai, the Deputy Minister Me Pem Chwete, the MEC of Infrastructure and Human Settlements, Lebogang Maile, Ward Councillor Conrad Ngobeni here today, as well as the Housing Company Board, senior government officials and the city officials invited the Townlands Social Housing Project. Greeting. Let me first start off by apologizing on behalf of the Executive Mayor, Councillor Celia Brink, who today, because it looks like Tshwane is a chosen destination for the ministry this day today on the 10th of April. The mayor is currently today handing over site for the package plant in Hammanskraal, where we are starting to make sure that we deliver potable water to the area of Hammanskraal, something that we equally find very important, as well as the current project that we find ourselves. Minister, we want to welcome all of you to the capital city of Tshwane, the city that looks to ignite excellence in municipalities. We hope to be the trendsetters in that regard. Minister, all of us would agree that the apartheid special planning was a disadvantage to our people, and many people, because it put them away from economic opportunities, and they had to travel to find access to economic opportunities. As a city in 2017, we took to say we need to reposition our entity, that is HCT Housing Company, issues of spatial planning, and ensure that we get people into areas that they would be able to access opportunities, as well as social opportunities and also government opportunities. And hence we are finally here today. This project that we find ourselves in, Minister, is going to house over 1,200 residents, and it's one of many that we as a city are looking forward to opening up and creating opportunities of this nature. DM and all of our guests, Dinjadi Bofilo, as many would say, and we are hoping that this development and of many projects that we are going to ensure that we deliver such housing opportunities and human settlement opportunities. We are looking forward to other of this nature, because our people are in need of housing opportunities. As you have said, Minister, one of the best ways in us to deal with informal settlements is opportunities. Thank you very much, Minister, and you are all welcome.
Thank you very much, MMC. As has been indicated, the National Department has got quite a number of entities that it has established. Regulatory Authority is one that is purely dedicated to social housing. And on the part of the city of Tshwane, it is Housing Company Tshwane that is tasked with that responsibility. At this point, we will invite board members, Ms. Portia Tausikate, who is the chairperson of Housing Company Tshwane, followed by Mr. Jacob Kawe, a council member of SHRA, to offer messages of support.
Dumelang and good morning, everybody, and thank you. Let me also have the honor to actually greet everybody. Thank you to the Honorable Minister, Mam Kubai, to the DM as well, Mam Chwete, to the MEC, Tate Maile, to our Honorable Councillor, and Tate Offense Motsata Bela. Thank you so much. To Metro Bejani, who leads the SHRA, to HCT, board members who are with us here today, settlement at Mwemi, to our city manager as well in absentia. Thank you so much. Really today marks a momentous milestone for our journey as we gather here to celebrate the launch of Townlands social housing. As board members of the housing company Tshwane, I stand before you with a and gratitude indeed for the collective effort that has brought us here today at this moment. Undoubtedly, yes, the question is lingering in many of our minds to say, could or should this project have been finished and completed sooner? And so indeed, that is a valid query. The truth is, yes, this road of the road to this momentous occasion was been fraught with a lot of myriad challenges, seemed to have piled up day by day, month by month, and year by year. Our path to this achievement has been nothing but easy. We have encountered numerous challenges amongst them along the way. Some were minor, and some of them were significant in terms of its magnitude. One of those and one of the challenges that stands in my mind is the daunting task of actually completing a project with limited resources. Navigating the budget constraints, facing the repercussions head on as well. Of course, and how can anybody forget the COVID-19? The one that had unprecedented challenges to all of us that reverberated through our aspects of our lives, including the work of this project particularly. However, the performance of the contractors is also one that tested us to, it came as a test and tested our resolve as well. And yet, despite all of these obstacles, we remain steadfast and our commitment to this goal remained. So today, as we witness the fruition of our efforts, it fills me with inspiration and the impact that this housing unit will have on the lives of ordinary people. Providing the decent home, it's not just about the shelter. It's about restoring dignity and hope. It's about creating a safe haven for families to thrive and children to dream. It is about ensuring that every individual has got a fundamental right not only to have a roof over their head, but to also have more. And indeed, I'm deeply humbled for the support that we've received throughout the journey, particularly from SHRA, to the MMC from the city as well, and the esteemed mayor in his absentia. And every member of the board as well, as well, and other committed members that have actually stood besides us to actually make sure that we can deliver this and create a turning point of this vision to become a reality. So let us not forget also the unsung heroes of this endeavor, the hard work of the HCT team as well, who have poured their hearts and soul into making this project a success. They forged ahead in determination. They worked tirelessly to overcome each obstacle that stood on their way. To the staff, indeed, your commitment has been nothing short of inspirational. Your dedication and the resilience has been the driving force behind this progress, and it is the thanks to your tireless effort that we stand here today and on the brink of realizing the vision, the shared vision, and of that we owe you the deepest gratitude. So today we stand with precedents of transformation, and we launch the Townlands social housing, not just the building of houses, but building of communities, where communities become neighbors and they become friends, bonds are forged, and where dreams are born. So as we embark on this new chapter, let us carry forward the spirit of compassion and determination that has brought us to this moment. Let us continue to strive for the excellence and advocate for those in need, and to uphold the belief that the housing is a fundamental human right. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to the SHRA, to the city, and every single one of you that have made this possible, that we are here today. So today, together we will achieve what is truly remarkable, one of the largest social housing in the country. And as we look to the future, let us do so with optimism, knowing that our every brick laid and every family house brings us one step closer to a brighter tomorrow. So I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairperson.
Dumelang. Ali dumile. Sanbonani. That's better. That's better. Let's establish whether the right people are here. At times we do talk to ourselves and talk to wrong people. Are the beneficiaries of this project here? Emang re le bone, re le shapele matsoho. Thank you very much. Are the contractors here? Emang re le bone, bo raditina, bo masamente. Are the community leaders here? Emang re le bone baetapele. Thank you for protecting the project. Are the government officials here? Emang re le bone basebetsi ba mmuso ba bang phela ba tswile mosebetsing minister ba re batla mo and ha ba yo mo and then ha o sa ema kana o mang women, are the women here in construction? Salute Malbongwe. Thank you very much, Program Director. Thank you, the MEC, the MMC, in basically from the council I represent, Runa Rebao Ba Mamelang, the instruction and the vision by government through the minister. And SRA, what it does, and we continue to do so, and we commit to the minister and the deputy minister that will continue to do so, is to approve funding and make sure that the commitment of government is achieved. Today ours is not much about the project, but it's about to confirm to the minister and the deputy minister that we believe that if local government, provincial government, and national government works together, such projects will be realized. If we commit ourselves outside political boundaries, outside political egos, just to development, national government, provincial government, and local government will deliver to the people of South Africa. So we want to thank ourselves, National Department, Provincial Department, and Tshwane for working together. Rishapele matsoho. Minister and Deputy Minister, the project, like many other projects, nesatsamai smooth. It had its own challenge. And we want to thank the council, the councillor, and the local leadership that if we work together, we will achieve. The only problem at times is that we spend most of our time on issues that have nothing to do with social housing. So SRA is going to embark on a stakeholder campaign to make sure that communities understand the different funding models of national government as it relates to housing. Maraba Start has been reborn today. Maraba Start is among the areas record development. Okay. I see beautiful ladies, and pardon me, Minister. Beauty is beauty, you can't. Unless there's something wrong. As I said, I'm Jacob Kawe, council member at SRA. I'm with Me Kungubele and Me Malema. Please stand up, ladies, so we recognize you. In conclusion, let me assure the minister and the deputy minister, the mandate is understood. We are ready to develop. We are ready to follow your instruction. Just give instruction, we will do. Congratulations to the tenants, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ntate Kawe. At this point, I would like to invite the MEC for Human Settlements and Infrastructure in the Gauteng Provincial Government, Comrade Lebogang Maile, to come to the podium. As he does so, Ntate Kawe has reflected on the historic significance of Maraba Start, where we are bringing back the people that got resettled into Atteridgeville back in the 1950s into this area of Marabastad, but also redefining the landscape of Marabastad. Ntate Maile.
Dumelang. Sanbonani. Abusheni. Macheroni. More. Good morning. I ngare le khatetse. Eh? No. Minister and Deputy Minister, MMC, councillors who are here, and members of the SHRA board. I want to start by remembering 1993. On this day, one of the freedom fighters, the son of the soil, was killed brutally by the enemies of progress. And I don't think it will be proper to state what he fought for without remembering him, and without, ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to Comrade Krizani. So I want to ask that we all rise and remember him. Thank you very much. I think it's very important that we always refer to our history and we understand where we come from. And that's why my point of departure is to say that when we started building houses, we did not start yesterday, last month, 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back. We started in 1994. That point is very important. It's very important because if we don't understand it, we will believe the narrative and the lies that government is not doing anything. If you look at what we have achieved and what we have done since 1994, you will realize that the democratic government has done a lot. But it doesn't mean there are no problems, there are no challenges. Because if you look at the numbers in Gauteng, at least, you are sitting at nothing less than, and I'm saying less than because it's more, nothing less than 1.3 million houses built in Gauteng. And I think that deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So it means we have accommodated 1.3 million families since 1994. But today you have, and the minister will speak about this and the deputy minister, about 2 million the National Housing Needs Register. 1.2 million. So you also need to understand why. It's because firstly, Gauteng is the economic hub. More than 35% of the GDP is in Gauteng. The working population is in Gauteng. More than 40% of industrial activity is in Gauteng. The population in Gauteng, they need housing, they need jobs, they need, if it's not explained in context, it will not be doing anything. So it's very important, and because we're discussing who's here, and I was saying, I think my observation is you have more of government people. So it's fine, because the government people sometimes don't know and appreciate what the work that they do. The work that they do. And the work that government has done and it's doing. So that's why when we meet, we must remind each other, because sometimes we take things for granted. I agree that you must not thank a fish for swimming. But those in government, you understand the pressure we work under on a daily basis. And I always say that because there are so many problems, you solve one problem, it doesn't mean that the beneficiary will be happy. The MMC was telling us, and the minister was also talking about the fence that was not here. When we built the first time, people were happy, there's houses, but when they get here, they realize there's no fence. Now that there's a fence, I'm sure they will demand a swimming pool. You give them a swimming pool, they will want a tennis court. You give them a tennis court, they will want a soccer pitch. So that's how it is. But in them demanding a swimming pool, a soccer pitch, they must not forget that this development was not there. Government has made efforts, has invested, and has made sure that they've got it. So sometimes we forget. And that's the problem. And when we forget, we don't consolidate and we don't build from where we ended. And that's how we must work. Because if we forget, we will not. Why I'm starting there. 1993. Know our history predates 19. The freedom fighters. So it is befitting, Minister, that today, when we remember Chris Hani, we are fulfilling his promise, his wish, his commitment to the people of South Africa, that all the people must have houses, security, and comfort. We're doing this in his honor, in the honor of many, many, many others, and we will continue to do our level best in serving the people. And that's why, whilst we understand that the problem is big, we are also having a multi-pronged approach. So we're not just having social housing for those who want to rent, because there are people who are saying, we just want to rent, we don't want to stay in Gauteng for the rest of our lives. Others are saying, but there are those who are working and are not earning in land through our rapid land release program. And that land has got water, it's got not just that, we also give you 7 different building plans to choose from. So we are beneficiaries. Congratulate Shra for yet another successful program. For the leadership you give on these institutions at the national level. Because if they work well in the province, so it means today it's 1,000 plus less problems for us on top of the 1 million plus problems. So if you do this every day, you can imagine if you were to minus our problems with 1,000 houses, we will be relaxed. But we will never rest. Thank you very much. And I want to then take this opportunity and introduce and ask the Deputy us before the Minister speaks, Me Pem Chwete. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, MEC. Also the ward councillor, and also they are all here today. And I know that 3 spheres of government, all the two ladies that I was told that they're beautiful. Board members from Shah, Mema Lima, thank you very much for coming to our occasion. But I know that Minister is rushing for time. She's attending another meeting. Very short to say, Minister, when I entered when she joined me in the human settlements, she gave me delegation of making sure that women get their 40% set aside. And I did that, and I had round tables in the whole of South Africa. But I could see that, Minister, there are women, MEC Malime, that are here, which means, yeah, and we know that women are given 40% set aside, not forgetting the disabilities that are given 2% and 10% for youth. We went with the Minister of Kenya when we came for the first phase, and we people, the beneficiaries, please keep this area clean. I even said it shouldn't be everywhere we say where there are blacks, it's dirty. We should get away. There are other area people, it's not clean, but it's that you must always make sure that you clean your area and you follow the rules, you work with the management, you obey to the rules of the complex. That's what we want to emphasize. I want to also, Minister, to talk about when we had meetings of women roundtables, we want to tell you, Minister, that we are ready to be the main contractors as women, not subcontractors. I thought you were going to Nkwabizandla. We are ready. We are ready, MEC Maile, to be the main contractors. And I see that when you were introducing your MMC, your contractors, it's all men. Can they stand up? I want to see if women are here. Malibongwe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With those few words, I want to say to you, and which I said in the last meeting that we had, that I'm retired in December. And I want retirement homes for us. Thank you very much.
Of Gauteng infrastructure and human settlements, acknowledging the MMC for human settlements in Tshwane, MMC Matsibadela, acknowledging Ward 58 where this project is, Councillor Ngubeni, acknowledging Shra Council members, Councillor Kawe, Ngugubele, and Malema, acknowledging CEOs who are, firstly, Ms. Tau, who is a council member of Tshwane Company that is a partner in this project. All CEOs that are here from Shra. I saw CISOs, I'm not so sure if I saw another CEO that is here from our entities, acknowledging all the DDGs that are here. DG is not here because there's a task I've given him to do. So he didn't join, but the DDGs are here. Acknowledging our beneficiaries, councillors who are here, members of various community leaders, contractors, and those who have been helping us to do the work. I think let me start as MEC Maile have acknowledged this day, which is significant to us. And I want to start with a quotation by Chris Hani before I speak, and will understand what informs our work. Chris Hani says, socialism is not about big concepts and heavy theory. Socialism is about decent shelter for those who are homeless. It is about water for those who have no safe drinking water. It is about health care. It is about life of dignity for the old. It is about overcoming the huge divide between urban and rural. areas. It is about decent education for all our people. Socialism is about rolling back the tyranny of the market. As long as the economy is dominated by an unelected few, privileged, the case for socialism will continue to exist. Unquote. This quotation, as we mark the anniversary of Chris Hani, remains relevant and informs what we do. If we do not continue to inform our work about the principles of what we stand for, that we are here because there is a need for us to serve the population of this country. We are here to serve and provide what the Freedom Charter has said, there shall be houses, security, and comfort. This is what informs our work as the Department of Human Settlements. The principles of understanding that the most vulnerable in our communities depend on them and provide for them, not only in terms of shelter, but also economic opportunities to change the landscape where everybody feels that they belong to this country. It shouldn't be the Constitution as we mark 30 years of democracy. That's how all those who live in it. But some feel that we are not really accommodated. So the marking of 30 years of democracy is a reflection point for all of us. Those of us who are in government to say, are we continuing on the values and principles that has been laid by our forebears to ensure that the security comfort protected, to ensure that there is economy who actually have been the faces of poverty. Why we champion DM talks about the championing of women in construction is to understand that across racial lines, women were regarded as perpetual minors by apartheid government. Neither women could own a property, nor could they have a company to run. Now today, as we look back, what we have been able to advance is not only in terms of property ownership, but to see these companies that I call Tintswalo MEC, because these companies didn't exist prior to 1994, the companies of women. Yes, you are not a human being, Tintswalo, but your company is a Tintswalo. It has been born in democracy. It exists because of the policies of this democracy. And that's why we resonate very well with the president during his sona when he articulated the narration and the story of Tintswalo. Tintswalo is in many forms. Today we talk about women in construction. This to me is what the Tintswalos are about. And that's why we must support these Tintswalos to grow. We must support these companies to grow and get more opportunities. I can safely say to you, I said to all the MECs across the country, I will not sign their business plans if they do not have 40% set up in their business plans. The man commit to supporting women, and in that way, it will ensure we're putting our money where our mouth is. So we are currently at the meeting. I'm expecting by next week, MEC, all of them will be signed off because the technical teams have met. But these are the things that when we commit to, on the 8th of March, we commit, we'll roll out in terms of young people and people with disabilities. All of them, SHRA has set aside as well in their APPs. You can check them on Parliament. So we're not just saying this is what we are going to do, but we implement what we are doing. Today, as well as we are here in this area, and I think Council member of SHRA, Ntate Kawe, Jacob Kawe, explained, you know, if you talk in Tswane, people of Tswane ba bua ka Marabastad, it has a demeaning manner of some sort, because ke mo re rekang dilo tse cheap and everything. Is it not true? But today we are redefining Marabastad, because that's what we are about. When we talk about transforming the apartheid landscape, the legacy of apartheid, it's about transforming our places to give digs which are secured, which are of us can live in. That's the transformation we talk about. Rural areas and urban areas, as we go forward, are the same. Where we do not have people at the point you can afford to buy a house. Therefore, we are going to a subsidy so that you can have an affordable rental space closer to where you work, but which is secure, which is welcome into my safe space. It's if you understand the concept when somebody from safe space. And I said to her, thank you very much, because this really narrates that we are principles of our democracy. As we celebrate 30 years, I'm happy to hear that you are finding safe spaces that are created by this government. Yesterday, we were giving a house in Ekurhuleni to a child who's an orphan, grew up in an orphanage with no parents. And today, a 20-year-old says, thank you, government, for giving me this house. It's a dignity for me. Actually, the lady who actually adopted her into a home yesterday was in tears to say, this is a boy I got with almost 2 months. And to see government acknowledging that even orphans deserve dignity. It's a milestone that we achieve. Now, we provide services as human settlements. It's your BNG and those who are vulnerable. But we have this product here. Offense was talking about that. That's why the issue we always articulate that in informal settlements, we know that almost 80% of the people who are there are not beneficiaries. These are people who have an income. And that's why one of the vision is to expand the housing program. And I've said to Council of Shra, we need to start moving one of the rent to buy so that we close the market. Kawe said, they are working on our mandate. This is one of the mandates I've given them, that bring me a product and the modalities of it that will talk to rent to own. We have a first home financing, which we are financing first home buyers to be able to buy houses in partnership with the banks as they give you loans. They say to you, you are earning 22,000 based on them as commercial banks. They can't give you a bond. We say we will subsidize you as government so that banks can give you a bond. That's one of the products that we have. While we are providing that, it's through NHFC, those who are interested. While we are providing that, we are cognizant that there's still a between those who earn between 22,000 and 30,000. And we are acknowledging that we've got to provide a solution for it. First, 30,000, and we are at 22 because that's what we can our resources. But we are looking at various modalities to bring in DFIs to assist us to expand, to respond to the gap market, because we do note that many people, we want service sites, we will build for ourselves later. There's quite a number of service sites we've been giving to people, and they've been able to start living there and building for themselves. But we've got a program that calls informal settlement upgrading, where people are in informal settlements. We go put money, we look at the feasibility of suitability of the land for them to stay there. Once it's suitable, then we go put bulk infrastructure, which is water, electricity, and sanitation. And then later we come back and build. And this is part of the program. So yesterday as well, I went to Gauteng where they were showing me where they've done in situ building. So people have been staying in this informal settlements. We've built, we've put bulk infrastructure over years. We've come back now to do in situ building. But I must say, part of what is important about social housing, for sustainability of social housing and the SHIs, is for us as tenants to ensure that we pay rent on time. This is not for free. You know, one of the challenges we have in South Africa is that people are prepared to pay for private sector and others. When it comes to government, they want everything for free, even when they afford. So I'm going to appeal For us to be able to create these opportunities for many South Africans that are looking at, is for you to play your part. When we work together between ourselves as government and yourself, as communities, we'll be able to do more. We'll be able to build more social housing. I was talking to MMC. There are 3 opportunities of social housing that are coming up, that we should be able to make this one a success, so that those 3 others that are coming can become a success, so that those who do not currently have that opportunity can benefit for that. We're also talking that we would want to see an opportunity. I said to him, we whispered, look at first home financing property in Tshwane, so that we can be able to see quite a number moving, because when they rent, want them to start having an exit strategy towards ownership. We don't want them to remain rental for 25 years, 30 years. We want them to move into areas of ownership, those who want to own. So that's, so working together, we will make sure that the social housing programs succeed. They have a pipeline that I've said, institutes. They must help us maintain the properties, because it doesn't help to apartments or in these buildings. We must ensure maintenance is done on time. We must make sure that these properties live in the manner that they are, so that they are sustainable. We are looking forward to doing more. We have quite a number of projects on the pipeline that will continue to be built as part of opportunities for the people of South Africa. We as the department remain committed to ensuring that we can extend to the number that we have been able to do. I can safely say, I don't know if how many of you were listening to our media briefing, annual media briefing, where we accounted for what we have done. This government has been able to build more than 4.8 million houses since democracy. But I can tell you, in these 5 years, I'm proud to say, in the first home financing, we've met our target MEC. As I said to say, we are going to give so many for first home financing. We have met, and majority of the beneficiaries, I'm proud, as a woman minister, is women. In the not 3.1 million, 3.1 billion. Target for this year is more. We have targeted 25% this year for youth and people with disabilities. We are going to meet it. For business opportunities, for construction, for consulting, that's what we are talking about. This is not work. You always say, Mama, look, you're no longer an employee, you are employers. So this is the side of the employers, where we are giving as a department, because we recognize we are just not a social economic department that plays a role in infrastructure development and an empowerment for majority of the people as well. So that's what we always want to do. In social housing, CO, it was looking at 80% this year. In MTSF, it's 5-year targets that we have set for ourselves. And this has been possible because we've worked together between myself and the DM nationally, the MECs in the provinces, the MMCs. At least I have the support of MMCs. You come, you don't come, we proceed. Because ours is I have no time to nurse egos because I don't have one. I don't have to nurse mine. They know. I'm that one that arrives. Let's come on a cabinet in today. You would have seen me ministerial. So I always, they know. We wear, that's why you can see women are comfortable. We wear takis. You see MEC how he is. That's how we dress. Because it's about work. People must be able to relate to us and talk to us because we must be accessible. Oh, now DM ndingakulibali unxiba amateki. Yeah, you are in your sneakers, DM. Because it's about even people being able to access us. We must not be too high for them. It's accessibility. And the work that we do must speak for itself. We know there are many people who say, Minister, we can hear you talking about opportunities, you talk about achievements, but we still have challenges. We still have no houses. We acknowledge that. We do have almost around 2 million people that are saying we are looking for opportunities one way or the other. There are many, I don't know, I didn't ask the person who was doing registration, MMC, how many applications did we receive versus how many we have? Because you see, it's a huge gap. That tells you that you have a huge demand. We acknowledge that. Somebody said to me, I applied in 2019. All I'm pleading is that be patient with us as government. We work like you in your households. We budget across the provinces. Then he has to look, what am I doing in this area, in this area? When Tshwane receives as well their share, so we might not have not done certain things now, but we are doing something. The social housing is one. Tomorrow it will be roads, tomorrow it will be clinics. But all we are asking is that with the limited resources, with a constrained fiscal environment, we are doing our best. That's why even in MINMEC, we not only monitor that has been spent, we say want to see value for the money you have spent. So you can't say you have spent 90% of your money, but we don't see the number of units. So want to see. So with that, we commit to continue to working with you in partnership, both in terms of ourselves as government, national, provincial, and local, yourself as beneficiaries, yourself as contractors, yourself as workers, working together, and community leaders working together to be able to achieve. As I sit down, let me thank the contractor that is here. I was here in October together with hosting the Minister of Kenya. We were seeing the first phase. See that between last year, October, and now, we didn't experience. CLO, thank you with the workers, contractor, and the developer. Everybody's thin budget. That's my emphasis. So continue to do well. Thank you very much.
Close of our program, I want to reflect on the issue of houses, on its undertakings. It is now about the community that we leave behind, lives for future generations to enjoy its benefits as well. As of our program, I would like to invite the councillor, Councillor Ngobeni for Ward 58 to give us the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Sira, Honorable Minister, Minister Kubai. Want to take this opportunity to thank you for being with us today. DM Mtswete, want to thank you as well for even grace us today with your presence. Honorable MSC Maile Bralebza, we want to thank you for being with us today. MMC Mazivatila, want to thank you for being with us today. Members of Shra, JK, and Bumme Barina, our beautiful two ladies there, we want to thank you for being with us today. Maybe before I close, let me also say that Chris Hani also says, let us not drive Mercedes-Benz and misquander as revolutionaries. Today, we have proven that we can deliver. We have got Putin Swallow, who are occupying all these units today and take care of those units. CEO and COO really level were too much. Minister, this project was champions. This color there. We want to thank you. Community of Ward 58 in large, we want of this facility. Kiarina ntwi. So let's take care of it. Let's pay rent in time. Thank you very much. Ke a leboha.